So, as we continue, this note is for those who may be selling themselves a little short. In case of an emergency, thinking they don't have the hero thing in them. You only have to have enough hero to save you or you and yours. Okay? Put a little hero in everybody and everybody else save themselves. So here we go. You take the fear away. There's nothing left but the hero and the courage. So I'm going to take these things away. Okay, now, first of all, let's take worst case scenario. The world collapses. There's no more Walmart, no more gas stations, no more services, no power, no running water to your house. And you're forced to do it the old-fashioned way. Will you die? Because you don't know how to do anything. Will you die? No, you won't. No, you won't die. Look. Let's give you a little power, okay? First of all, what will you do for food? How will you survive without any grocery stores or any of this? Here's how you survive. Now when I say food, I don't mean meat, okay? I don't mean snacks and ice cream, okay? I don't mean juice. When I'm saying food, I mean like beans, corn, vegetables, okay? Now listen. Alright? You want to have fresh fruit always at your house. You want to have fresh picked vegetables. The reason you want fresh picked vegetables is they may carry seeds. Okay? You really want your own garden. Here's why. You could save your whole block, your whole neighborhood with one garden. You could really save your whole city with one garden. Here's how it works. In order for everyone on your block to have apple trees to eat, all you have to do is give them each one apple. You stick the apple in the ground and the apple tree grows. You stick the orange in the ground, the orange grows. Most things, if you stick them in the ground, the seeds are in them and they'll grow. Okay? My son stuck a stick in the ground. It is the largest tree on our property. So, you never know. That's step one. Remember, all you gotta do is take a flower off of a flower bush to have flowers for the rest of your life. That and patience. It's like that with all the fruits and vegetables. You don't have to get crazy and get in the truck and drive through the front of the store and start snatching canned goods. That stuff's going to be gone fast and done fast. And it doesn't carry any vitamins, and you can't plant any of it, and it'll grow. They made sure of that. They killed it before they sold it to you. There's a difference in picking and killing a plant. There's a way to transplant a plant, and there's a way to snatch it up and kill it. And so, that's one. Now, what are the things you're going to have? Okay? You're going to have a backpack, your emergency pack, okay? Especially you people in California that an earthquake can hit any minute, if it hasn't already hit by the time of this note. and other places where you are disaster prone. Have that backpack filled and ready. What's in this backpack since you have limited space? What do you carry? I need food, water, clothing. I can't fit a sleeping bag in my backpack. I can't put a tent in my backpack. I need all this stuff. Let's just start eliminating all the stuff that you need, because that might be why you're going to die. That might be it. That might be why you're going to die. So, I'm gonna continue with this note. All right. So, you understand what is valuable. There are some cases where water is not as valuable as other things that weigh and take as much room. Instead of trying to fill up your backpack with enough water, all you have to do is get yourself a half a gallon of bleach, okay? Get a half a gallon of bleach. Now with this half a gallon of bleach, you can make any water safe to drink. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay? If you carry 1 gallon of water, it's not going to last you very long. But if you carry a gallon of bleach, any water that you run across, all you have to do is drop a few drops of bleach in it, and that water becomes drinkable. Don't say, oh my God, it's in your swimming pool, it doesn't kill you. And they put chlorine in the water that you drink that comes through the fountain. So you can look it up and check it out if you want to. How do you make dirty water safe to drink? Or possibly contaminated water? Bleach. So instead of you filling up a big jug of water, which it would be your first reflex, you want to grab that gallon of bleach and stick it in that space. Alright? Maybe grab you a water bottle. Okay. Alright. Second, like we just said, do you grab a bunch of canned goods? Do you grab a bunch of canned goods? How many canned goods can you get in your backpack, really? And how long is that going to last? You're going to have raviolis in the can? You may get 8. No, that's not what you do. Remember what I told you. You look for something, you look for all the fruit and vegetables that is fresh, that still has seeds, outside or inside. And it doesn't matter if it's just vegetables, any plant in which you have the seeds. Okay? That's all you need. Okay? Seeds are important. We'll get to more reasons than you know later. Okay? You have to look at the pros. Okay? They don't have a lot of big giant arcs like in the movie for people. A lot of super shelters for human beings. But what they do have is a whole mountain in which every seed in the world is in. In case something happens to the world, they have every seed in existence inside this mountain. under lock and key. But they don't have a place for you. We'll talk about that later. So, there are little things that if you learn them, you go from confused and scared to confident. You make other people look crazy. Long time survival bet. Okay? They know these things. Okay? But in a panic, all it goes out the window. They start thinking, get a gun. No. Get as many knives and tools as you can. Screwdrivers, hammers, that type of thing. Do not get any electric power tools or utensils. Do not take anything electric. And if you have a choice between a battery operated one and a manual operating one, get the manual operating one. Okay? Batteries are not dependable in a survival situation. But I got a battery pack charger, and when it's dead, where are you going to charge it? On and on. Okay? Now, the items I just mentioned can fit in a backpack. Okay? One little sack of flour translates into a lot of tortillas, bread, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Pound for pound. You can stuff so much bread and stuff in there. It's a type of just add water type situation that is, there are things that can be sun baked. Alright? Didn't even recognize him. But I did. Guns run out of bullets. Takes a lot longer for a knife to get dulled. And it's a lot easier to sharpen than to find some bullets. There's going to be a lot of gunfire. And then it's going to be a big hush. You want to be prepared for the big hush. And you want to survive until the big hush. And everyone has this picture of help is going to come. Okay, let me give you a realistic figure. Alright? If they sent the National Guard, the Coast Guard, every cop, the Air Force, the Army, and Navy and all, there still would be too many people to save should the whole country be in danger. The numbers just don't add up. Well, in your area, it's even worse. Paramedics could not handle a disaster in your neighborhood. They don't have the manpower. They sure could not handle a citywide disaster. A hospital cannot handle the outbreak in one school. They sure can't handle a citywide outbreak or citywide need. So, you need basic things. There's one thing no one's going to tell you not to put in your backpack. It has always been there. It probably will always be there and keep changing shape. That's your first aid kit. Your first aid kit. And when we're talking about knives, you ever see that special knife? That special knife in which the butt screws off, and inside it is fishing line, and at the bottom of the butt is a compass, and all kinds of neat little stuff you need inside of the handle of the knife. That's a good knife. You want to repeat that with everything that you buy. You want to buy as many manual things that have multi-use, multi-purpose things. And you want to assign everybody a portion. Okay? So now you need 2 backpacks. Okay? You see that now. One backpack is your survival pack for you. The other pack is your emergency pack. Okay? In this pack, it has your first aid kit, flashlight. It has battery operated things that are not in your first pack. Things that even if they last for an hour, it's worth it. You understand? Even if you use all the bandages in your first aid kit the first day, it was worth it. Okay, so it was worth the space is what I'm saying. That's what's going to become of value to you. Space and weight. Okay? It's going to become how much can you carry. That's what life is going to come down to. What can you carry? Because the more you carry, the slower you're going to move. And if you have to move super fast, you can't carry anything but your wits. So, if you just see leaves and bushes and there's no fruit or vegetables, how do you know what you can eat and what you can't? Boil it. If it burns your tongue, you probably can eat it. If it doesn't burn your tongue, toss it to the side. Basic trick. Now, they have websites. They have it all across YouTube. They have all of these survival things. Take them from this note and put them on your list of things that are important that I better get over that gym membership, over those tickets. Better get these things first. The disaster comes in all kinds of ways. As simple as a blackout that can't be fixed. Not temporary blackout, long-term blackout leads to something that looks like the apocalypse. Flames everywhere and everything on fire. People looting and stealing and killing. The purge. If you want to survive this thing, it's not going to be the strongest person that survives. It's going to be the smartest person. You understand? A person running down the street with a 5-gallon cooler bottle of water is not going to make it as far as you and your little gallon of bleach. Because you're going to be able to recruit people. Because you can turn a large source of water into drinkable water. If the pipes are still running, you could fill up a bathtub full of water that may be a little dirty and put your bleach in it. Now you've made a whole bathtub full of water for people who had none. Yeah, you can stay. And we have peanut butter. And so, natural, yes, unsalted peanuts can be planted. Unshelled peas can be planted. Beans. That's why it's good to have your own garden. It'll be the first time you don't have to do the work of shelling them. Just stick the whole thing in the ground and reap. It's like carrying your garden with you. If you just have one of each, let alone have 3 or 4 pieces of each. And you're going to be tempted to eat them and eat them raw. Then you have a choice. Eat now, starve later, go hungry right, find an alternative while they're still here, plant those for later. The person who jumps in the car, try to head for the border and safety, won't make it. People with guns want to take the car from them. Life and maybe wife. The person who finds a safe location and starts taking cars and putting them in a circle and stacking them up and putting things inside that circle will be alive when help gets there. See what I mean? Everything is not going to be covered in this note, but if you contact the SPS, this is the game we're going to give you. It's the Self-Preservation Society. If you are a member, your self-preservation is top priority to you. But you're not going to, don't do anything that does not benefit you. What they call an unselfish act. Because you just went insane and came back. Because there's no such thing. Even if you don't derive anything but satisfaction and a good glow feeling inside, you got something out of it. Hand claps, award, thanks, or whatever, it was not for nothing. And you did it for what you got out of it. You can all do the soars and the song and dance. But the truth is the truth is the truth. Even when someone helps you, they did it because it makes them feel good. So there isn't anything you can do but selfish things. You can play the pretend game. I'm pretending I'm fooling you and you're pretending you're fooling me. Like they've been doing for 1,000 years. But your children are going to look at you like you're stupid. That smarts. Now, so this isn't a plug for the SPS. Or I wouldn't have gave you anything for free. What I gave you is simple information that if you do it, it can mean life or death. It's the difference between life and death. Okay? Those without the bags die. Those without the proper attire die. Those without the proper plan are toast. So, start thinking about your well-being. And you will find out the world is a threat to you. Everything in the world seeks to exist. And in its quest to exist, it will extinguish you. Okay? You can plant a tree next to a wall and stand between the tree and the wall, and that tree will crush you someday into the wall, just trying to live and have it and do its thing. That's my point. You have to fight and exert pressure, kick back and let it be. It's not it. Let life live. That's not it. You have to have intentions. And the stronger intentions you have, the stronger survival instinct you will have. You have to continue to exist. You're gonna find out the air is not good for me, the water's not good for me, this fabric, this thing, this environment is gonna make me die before I reach 90 years old, guaranteed. I'm a miracle if I don't. I need a better environment that isn't going to do so much damage to me. There's only so much space to run to and do this in. And so, those with the most money or whatever probably will do that first and lock you out. You're going to have to transform this into that. That's what we make kits for. That's what we make things for. Transformation. Tearing things down and building is messy. People are always sentimental. Like you're killing their memories. Like the memories were a real thing. But anyway, you want to deal with less mental problems as you can whenever you're trying to do something. You don't need the mental problems of others involved in your actions. Avoid them when necessary and when possible. Just been a short note. Point you in the right direction. Our direction. Your own direction. In the direction of the mirror. Your life is your own responsibility. Be your own savior. Save your own life. Sigh, S-Y. Save yourself.